Mortgage, can they? Oh, we're recording. Of course we are. Westport Mortgage, can they do it? Karen.
Yes, we can. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. I can't keep track of what day it is myself, but I know that you're all probably preparing for open houses this weekend, and I wanted to give you a rate update because we're having a great run in the bond market this week. And can you say under 3 for everything? There isn't a rate out there with good credit, of course, that is over 3%. So let me give you a little rundown. The 30-year fixed conforming is at 2.625. The high balance, which goes up to 601,450, is at 2.75. And the jumbo that goes up to 3 million is at 2.875. You can't beat it. The 15-year fix will really blow you away. Can you say under 2? On a conforming loan, 1.875%. Incredible. The high balance, which goes up to $601,450, is at 2.125. And the jumbo, again, up to 3 million, is at 2.5. You really can't beat rates today. If you want to have a conversation with anybody out there, buyers, sellers who are looking to get a new home, or refinance, it's a wonderful time. That's my update today. If anybody would like mortgage buyers for their listing, I am happy to provide them. Just send me a text or send me the address and I'll personalize them for you. I'll put my information in the chat box.
Awesome. Thank you, Karen. Good stuff as always. Great stuff. God, rates are so low. Who wouldn't
Incredible.
buy right now, right? Everybody should be buying. And they are, but maybe a slight tick in the frenzy in the market, right? Slight tick down, I would say. I mean, everyone in the market center has been asking me, what do you think? What do you think? And I'm like, what do you think? You're out there. Some people are thinking slight downturn. Although, one person said, instead of 30 multiple offers, we're getting 18. So is that really a slowdown? Whatever. But it's still going strong, and make sure you convey those rates to your buyers, because how can you ignore them? That's great stuff. All right.
Stephen, in script practice this morning, they referred to it as a crack in the market. The market is starting to crack.
A crack in the market. Okay. Wow. Well, let's kind of work with that crack, fill that crack with good news and low rates, right? Keep it moving. All right. So announcements, guys, get your pen ready. 11 o'clock today, 11 a.m. Command for the MREA with Debbie Orr, and she is taking requests today. Whatever it is you want to talk about with Command, Debbie is there to answer them. 1 o'clock, listing agent mastermind, getting those listings to the market. How are people doing it? What's the method to the madness? So 1 o'clock today, and Rick promises 50 minutes, guys, 50 minutes. So make sure you can be there for that. 4 o'clock, Ignite continues. Today's the last day this week, and then next Tuesday is the last day of this round of Ignite, and Rick is moving on to the buyer consultation tonight. And again, Ignite will be back in September, guys. The month of August will be off, but Ignite is back right after Labor Day in September. All right, our spotlight. Got all those announcements? Everybody good? Our spotlight today is Mega Camp. Woohoo! Who's excited about Mega Camp? All right, Donna is. All right, people are. Who doesn't even know what Mega Camp is? All right, some people, of course. We got a lot of new people with us. So real quick, Keller Williams has 2 major conventions: Family Reunion, which always takes place in February, and that's always in a different location. This coming February, we're so excited. We'll be back, hopefully in person, fully in Orlando. Mega Camp is the other convention. Mega Camp is in August, and it's always in Austin, Texas, at the Convention Center in Austin, our headquarters. And both events are amazing. Being the company that we are, learning-based company, right? It is all about going to classes and education and networking. Totally, end of story, period. It is amazing. It's a great opportunity. I say it's getting your PhD in real estate and going to these events, guys, right? So Mega Camp is coming up. Again, did you put down your pens? Pick up your pens. Mega Camp is August 23rd through the 26th. 23rd through the 26th. It starts on the 23rd. I'll be honest, there are a few things. There's a script off. I think it starts on that day. We'll show you guys the agenda in a minute, but the bulk of what you're going to want to focus on, guys, is the 24th and the 25th, those 2 days, okay? And we have more going on around those days. We're going to have prep sessions getting ready for Mega Camp. So look for those coming out in the month of August. We're going to be live streaming the major Gary Keller sessions from each training room in Ridgefield and in Stamford, okay? Live streaming, so we want people to come to the offices and be there. It's gonna be a big old party, and then we're gonna select 2 to 3 breakout sessions that we think will be, have a good draw. Many of you guys will wanna be in these sessions, and we're going to be live streaming them in the market center. So there'll be different classes playing in Ridgefield and different classes playing in Stamford, and you'll be able to choose. We'll send you guys the agenda. You'll be able to choose which ones you want to attend in person, because guess what? Those days, the 24th and the 25th, while we're doing all that live streaming stuff, we're going to have brunch. We're going to have brunch served at around 11 o'clock in the training rooms, guys. So it's going to be awesome, awesome food. So write it down, get ready. And following those those sessions, we're going to have aha sessions where we're going to link Ridgefield to Stamford on Zoom, and we're going to be sharing those ahas with everybody. In case there's something you missed, one of your colleagues may have picked it up. So we're going to share all that information. This is almost the best part. Followed by, after all that craziness, we're going to have 2 after parties on the evening of the 24th and the evening of the 25th. We're going to be having after parties, one more up north location and one down South County location. TBD, we're not sure where we're going to have them yet. We're working on that, but they're going to be great, great fun after parties. Excuse me, guys, I got to close my door. Okay, I'm back, sorry. So after parties, get ready for them. They're going to be a real blast. And everyone who goes to Mega Camp with a registration can come to the after parties, okay? So that's what's going on. What is Mega Camp really, and why should you go? I would like to spotlight Chris DiBiase, Kimberly Tapscott, Dan Leiden, and Jen Henry. If everybody is here, I'd like to get everybody on, and I'm gonna, well, you know what? Let's hear about Mega Camp first from you guys. Chris, there you are. Jen, Kimberly, let's get Kimberly. And I know I saw Dan, he's here. All right, let's get started. I'm sure Rick is finding Dan. So guys, you've all been to Mega Camp and/or family reunion. Let's talk about the whole concept of Keller Williams conventions and why is it so valuable? Let's start with Chris DiBiase. Chris, what can you tell us? What has your experience been?
Good morning. So my experience has been pretty incredible. I attended family reunion once. It was live right before everything got shut down. And I attended Mega Camp last year virtually. And it's full of energy. And I like to say if you think of the wealthy in the world, you have the 1%, and then you have the top 1% of the 1%. And that's basically who you're getting the advice from at these trainings.
That's awesome. Very accurate, very accurate. So how did you plot your course when you were at family reunion? How did you decide what you wanted to do and pick the courses that you wanted to take?
Yeah, so my advice would be, or I personally took this advice, and it was to see what areas of my business I wanted to improve and go all in on that by choosing 1 or 2 topics and really just deep diving into that instead of being scattered all over the place.
Right. You remember what your focus was, Chris? What were you looking for when you were there?
Yeah, so it was the buy side of the business, because that's pretty much, I'm very buyer heavy in my business. And now I'm transitioning to the list side. So this year it's going to be focused on listings only.
Awesome. Awesome. And we're going to talk more about that, guys. Once all the breakouts are out, because they're not all out yet, we'll talk through and help you guys plot your course. Jen, what would you like to share with us?
For me, it's just the actual energy. I mean, I think Rick put that in the chat, but to be around people of that caliber and actually receive their energy and their enthusiasm about the business. Also, we're in an industry where it's not like, and this is, no offense to any accountants, but if you're an accountant, you learn your craft, and that's pretty much it, unless, there's some new software or something that you have to learn. In our industry, it's constantly evolving and constantly changing, which makes it exciting. But it also means that you have to continually stay up on your game. And when you go to these conventions, you will be exposed to, concepts and ideas and masterminding things that you never even would have thought of that can take your business to a whole nother level. And this will be my 15th year with Keller Williams, and I still go every single year to these things, even though I could say, oh, I already know everything. No, I don't. So, but I love mostly the energy of being around people that have that kind of enthusiasm about their business and their commitment to continually learning and being the best that they can be.
Yeah. Now, Jen, I know when you're there, I think it was Dallas, I think. I know you were networking with other productivity coaches, and
Oh, yeah.
some of the top in the country you introduced me to, right? So there's an opportunity to be face to face with these people.
Yeah. Also, I think you get exposed to, it was a family reunion that I was first exposed to the idea of productivity coaching. So, and look, I was able to create a whole nother business for myself. So the ideas and from the networking and the conversations you'll have with people could take you down a road that you could never even anticipate unless you had been there. Right.
Definitely. So next best thing to being there is being virtual, guys. We're going to talk more about the platform and how you can network with agents, even though you're going to be sitting on your couch or you're in our training room. We'll talk more about that. So Kimberly, talk about your perspective, because I know Kimberly, definitely goes to classes, but Kimberly has a major goal with mostly family reunion, but every event she has a goal.
So my take on it, I went to first Mega Camp in 2008, came back to Connecticut. It's like, I'm joining Keller Williams, and never looked back. I look at those activities, whether it's family reunion, training, Mega Camp, as networking with other agents across the country. It's an opportunity to, network with people who have clients who are relocating to Connecticut and making those great relationships. I'm actually going down to Austin. I've been invited to go down as a mastery coach client. So I'm actually heading down there. I know it's on the 23rd to the 26th already. People that I've met, other agents that I've networked with, we've had a relationship. There are parties set up already. I actually have a tea time with a foursome on the Monday before Mega Camp starts that morning. And these are just relationships, like Jen said, it gives you an opportunity to network with people throughout the world, actually, because now it's international, to make those contacts, because you never know who's going to be moving to or out of Connecticut. If you're going to be there virtually, there's an opportunity to go into Command and look at the map to see where people are moving to from Connecticut and where they're moving from Connecticut. And I would look at those towns and those market centers and start to try to target agents who are in your sessions when you're virtually, and try to make a connection. Say, hey, Steve in Scottsdale, we have a lot of people coming to Scottsdale, Arizona. Do you have a Connecticut networking referral partner? And you can do those in private chats with people who are online in the sessions. If there's someone who, look at the comments that are streaming. Those are always interesting, catch a couple names there and, follow up with them, send them a ping, during the session, or even an email after and say, hey, Jen, I love that conversation, that comment that you had during the lead generation of such and such session. Do you have time to mastermind on that later? You never know where the relationships will take you. This is an opportunity. While it's virtual, you can still network with people and make it happen.
Yeah, awesome. I would say, Kimberly, is it fair to say that you have earned tens of thousands of dollars from your referrals from these events?
It's fair to say. 2020 was my best year ever, and it was all referrals.
Wow. That's huge. Well, you've been working hard at that, so that's amazing. That's a great perspective. Thank you. Dan, Mr. Lydon, talk about your take on these events. And I know KWYP is a big part of that.
Yeah, I'm going down there as well. I met a bunch of the KWYP people about 3 years ago, and for some reason, I think it's just the personality type of people that would all stay in these Airstream campers together. So we've become pretty good friends. We have just kind of a constant mastermind going on. And within that group, I get a ton of referrals, tagged on everything on Facebook, and just built this kind of raving fans group of agents that help me out in my business, personal life, and everything, which is great. They'll be coming up here for an event we're having in August or in October too. And so I think it's important for everyone to understand I think we lose track of it, how high reward this business can be, that saying one wrong thing, you can lose 25 grand. Like, imagine if you're making $50,000 a year and one wrong thing could take away half of your salary. So going into these trainings, you're going to be learning about how to do the right thing, the right time. And also, like Kimberly was saying, the network, and Jenna also is exposed to that as well, is huge. So that's kind of where I've taken my business and built it on, as the referral network, as like Kimberly has.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what Kimberly and Dan are also referring to, the referral network within KW, is a referral tab, referral network applet within Command. We're going to have a special class on that in the next week or two. You've seen Marty Miller talk about it, but what these guys are talking about, what Kimberly also said about looking where business is sourcing and where it's coming from and going to, that is a huge opportunity. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate your giving us your take on that, and it's valuable information for everybody. Can I screen share now? Is that going to work? Okay, can you guys see that? Yes, no? Kimberly,
Yeah, we can
see
see
it?
it. We can see it.
Okay, great. So this is where you got to go, everybody. Go to events, write this down, pen in hand, events.kw.com. And you can see all KW events, click on Mega Camp, and then this is what you'll see. This is where you'll register. Here's the big news. Right now, registration is only $109. Early bird registration is on through tomorrow. So register now, guys. It's going to go up. I don't know what it's going up to, but now is your opportunity. So you click on register now, and it's an easy form to fill out, and you are going to Mega Camp. So what's on this page also, guys, is the agenda up here at the top. Oops. Well done. We look at the digital agenda. You can kind of see broad strokes of what's happening right now that by each day. The 23rd starts at 4 o'clock with a welcome party. And then there's exhibit hall things, Clash of the Closers. That's the script off. You click on to day 1. And you'll see, it didn't change. What is going on? Okay, we'll go to day 2. Sorry, that was still the same day. Day 2, we're going to have Gary Keller, of course, and this gets started at 10 a.m. This is Central Time. You have Gary Keller, then there's lunch, the ILC, and then the breakouts start. And you can click on each breakout, and you can start to see what is filled in so far. Again, this is not complete. They're working on getting more in there, and there will be more. So start scrolling through these now and look for one of our prep classes, like Chris DiBiase said, about really plotting your course and knowing what you want to focus on, whether it's buyers, list, luxury, whatever it is. And then you can identify the classes that are going to make sense for you. So again, this is for each day. There's day 3, same thing. This starts with, I believe, the Cultural Summit with Mo, and then Gary again. And then the lunchtime, the lunch is going to be our brunch served in each training room, guys, and then more breakouts. So that'll be filled out more, and it'll make more sense to you as you move along. So that's where you go. So events.kw.com, try to do it today or tomorrow so you can take advantage of the early bird price and be part of what we have scheduled here locally. It's going to be awesome. It's a quick video, I can show you here. Hopefully it'll play and you can hear it.
You're not sharing audio.
How do I do that? Should be on. All right, I don't know if the audio worked at all, if you heard anything, but you're going to be on that site. You can click on that video too and see it. So Mega Camp is not to be missed, guys. Take advantage of the early bird price right now and look for our prep classes coming soon. Adonis, Marty Miller. Do we have Marty Miller today?
We do have Marty Miller today, and he's going to continue to talk about the value of referral patterns and how you can track your referral patterns in KW Command. Take it away, Mr. Miller.
Good morning, Keller Williams, and welcome back to the KW Command 66-Day Challenge 5.0, and today is day 25. Today we're going to wrap up our series on referrals by showing you a way that you can actually track referral patterns, or simply put, a way to find out where agents are sending referrals to and from to kind of loosely determine migration patterns of the clients that they are sending back and forth. And so we're going to do that through the Referrals Applet today. Referrals Applet is the 5th icon down, so we're going to click on that Referrals Applet, and we are going to go over to the Map tab that we've been spending the last couple of days inside of. And so if I change this drop down from production to referral patterns, two things will happen. First, the system will know where I'm located and basically put in the closest area or city to where I am. And second, you're going to see two things happen. One, this box, both of these boxes show up and the sent box is turned blue. In addition, on the right-hand side, you're going to see 20 cities where agents inside our Houston market centers are sending referrals to for agents located across the U.S. And so if you are looking to find out what are the top 5, top 10, maybe top 20 cities where clients are relocating to, you can use this as a rough gauge, because essentially an agent in Houston sent a referral to an agent in Pearland. That most likely means that they had a client in Houston that was moving to Pearland. Now, not always the case. Sometimes we have expansion teams that, work out of one hub, send the referral to another city, although that client is actually moving somewhere else. But on a rough basis, you can use this to determine migration patterns as far as the top 5 cities where people are moving to when they leave Houston. Right? So where are the agents sending the referrals to? They're sending them to agents inside of Pearland, San Antonio, Beaumont, Dallas, College Station as of right now. Now you see Houston to Houston. Some people may not understand that, but Houston is a massive metroplex. You can spend 2 hours driving in Houston and still technically be in the Houston area. So a lot of times we send referrals from agents in Houston to agents in Houston because we don't want to drive an hour and a half or 2 hours across town in traffic. Now this shows where people are moving to. However, if I meet with a seller and I'm looking to market their property and I tell that seller, Mr. or Mrs. Seller, I am looking to market your property in the top 5 cities where clients are moving from, right? Where buyers are moving from when they move to the Houston area, we can switch this to received. You'll see the arrows now originate elsewhere in the US and then point back to Houston. And then this list on the right-hand side shows, okay, these are agents in the Pearland market, sending them to agents in Houston, Houston to Houston, Austin, Baytown, Katy, Dallas, Spring, Atlanta. So if I were to talk to sellers and I would say, hey, I plan on marketing your property in the Houston area. However, I'm also going to market it in the top cities where people are moving from, typically when they move to the Houston area. I might decide to market that property in Austin, in Baytown, in Katy, in Dallas, in Spring. Maybe you'll go all the way out to Atlanta, right? So because if I can find buyers in these areas that are selling their homes and moving to Houston, then they might be even more qualified. And if you know the difference between Austin area real estate right about now and Houston area real estate right about now, the average home price in Austin is significantly higher than that in Houston. So if you're selling a house in Austin to move to Houston, chances are you have significantly more funds to purchase that home with. And that might lead to a more qualified buyer with room to give you a better offer, remove appraisal contingencies, that type of thing as well. So this essentially, we can do this we've been talking a lot about Cleveland, Ohio lately, so I can go to Cleveland, Ohio. I can see those same referral patterns. So typically, where are the market centers that are sending referrals? Well, there you go. You can see them in California, right? A lot of people moving from California to Cleveland, Ohio. So there might be some connection there, either with the military or corporate. And we can also do the opposite, right? So actually we had it on received. So now we're doing sent. Where are they moving to when they leave Cleveland? You can see the top cities where they're moving to when they leave the Cleveland area. And so this can be done roughly for any city as long as there's a market center in and around that area. We can track those referral patterns, which are then loosely tied to migration patterns of the clients that we work with via the referrals that we send to Keller Williams agents back and forth. This is the first instance where the information that we are putting into KW Command is coming back to benefit us as agents. Now, is Keller Williams tracking the specific names and dollar values and all that kind of stuff? No, right now it's just basically saying where did the referral start and where did the referral end? And let's track all the referrals. So all the referrals that have been sent out of the Cleveland, Ohio office or offices over the last 12 months, what percentage of them have landed where? And you can see the top 3% go to Salon and Stowe. Then we go 2% down to Charlotte, Strongsville, Worthington, Atlanta, and so on and so forth. So it's a great way to really impact your marketing presentation when you're on a listing appointment to say that because I'm a KW agent partnered with over 172,000 agents nationwide, I have access to data that can assist me in the marketing of your property, including determining roughly the top 5 cities where people are moving from when they move to, right, in this case, Cleveland, Ohio, Houston, Texas, whatever it may be. That's it for today, guys. Day 25 of the 66-day challenge, wrapping up our series on referrals.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Marty. Hopefully you can use referral patterns in your business and see how they can benefit you. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about introducing the opportunities applet. So we're going to do pipelines, phases, and stages. So tune in with the Marty Chronicles tomorrow. Steve, anything else to say, beautiful people?
Good. We're good. Thank you, sir. Great stuff. Look for that Mega Camp prep class and then go on to that website and register today for Mega Camp, guys. Hope you all do it. See ya.
Bye. Bye, Sean. Alice. I always see Alice right up front.
Yeah, Alice, Tony.